Hey everyone, it's Army Gaming and welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. It is time to continue the Blossom Era Rock Art Druid Chapter Saga. So, let's click enter, let's see. As always, I'm going to complete the easy mode using the monster SP gave me, and then I will sell the monster and I will complete the medium and hard using my very own monster. Let's go through this lore. Alright, what is going on? So, for that reason, I think it's time for me to go home. The forest is thriving and it's clear time for me to lend a hand back in the mountains. I should be up there with the miners. Maybe you should wait. Why? Have you two transformed? Yes, but before we get to that, you should all know there's a new danger. Neraida was kidnapped about an hour ago. Oh no! It's okay, I'm okay thanks to Zahra. I was lucky to find and free her just minutes after it happened. She was trapped inside a monster coffin. Monster coffin? Are you talking about Alfred? Exactly. I remember him. He worked for Lord Nabodus. Yes, but it's not Nabodus giving him the orders this time, which makes the situation even more dangerous. Someone ordered Alfred to kidnap Neraida, and we don't know who it was or the reason why they've done it. I can imagine, though. Ooh, she knows who it is. Our ritual cost a blackout of death magic. We've unknowingly made quite a few enemies, and they could be after any and all of us. So, I'm not sure if it's the right time to leave, Rock Druid. I still think I need to go home. No one achieved anything while hiding from danger. It's appearing. The nectar, guys. It's appearing. What's that behind Zahra? The plant. It's a sign. It was thanks to this plant that I was able to transform myself and then Neraida. I think it only appears before monsters who need protection. Have some of its nectar, Rock Druid. Imagine that Enrica drank it after turning corrupted and now drinking nectar. That would have been cool. Alright, we would get a super Enrica. Alright, so funny enough, he looks the same to me. He looks like very similar. Looks like it's really looks like it really is time for you to go home. The forest has given you its support by offering you nectar. Thank you, and good luck to you all. Be careful with the new menace. So I wonder if in this saga we're gonna have Rock Archdruid also battle with the miners on his side and everything, and they're gonna fight their own foe, which is different from the foe of the forest, or if this is preluding already to a new saga that's gonna come later on. I don't know, guys. We'll see. It'll probably be like a two-part, like it was in the previous one. All right, got my food. And how many Ooh, oh my gosh, we're gonna go through like 10 nodes before seeing the next cutscene. Meanwhile, with Zahra, it was cutscene back to back. Alright, who's really strong? Who OTK'd everyone? Ryclops. Awesome. Ryclops is currently available in the breeding events. When you get Strolum, you could also get a Ryclops. Very good monster, very good monster. 500k gold, we have Greedy Dragon. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna take on monsters. So, I'm curious, what do you guys think about the Blossom Era thus far? Because I gotta say, I have not really been impressed. Other than Neraida, and that's only because she can cleanse extra churn, remove positive effects from the enemy, extra churn, trait disable, which in a world of taunt, dodge area, really comes in handy. Because once you trait disable a taunt monster, you're able to attack whoever you want. If that taunt monster has a status caster mega taunt, which they typically do, the really cool thing about Neraida is you can remove any dots your main attacker has, or maybe you have, because remember, in a real world setting, you're fighting with a beast, you're fighting with monsters that give random dots at the start of the battle, so you can cleanse that negative effect from your attacker, you cleanse the status caster megatons, and then you trait disable the monster, and then you're good to go. Or if you need to, you have a skill that cleanses everything. I think it gives an immunity to torture, and you heal everyone by 20%, which is also valuable. So maybe you just remove status caster megatons and then you cleanse everything. So she's been my favorite so far. If she dies, she comes back to life. The other monsters have not really impressed me. I do think I'll probably be using Queen Zahra a little more though. She does have a nice, strong, light-based attack against dark monsters, so that's nice. And then she can utilize the reverse healing mechanic, which is a mechanic I've always loved. So I'm glad SP gave it to Queen Zahra. And she's pretty tanky, right? With that 50% total life increase for the whole entire game. So I do like that about her. But other than that, don't really care for the monsters. I'm forced to rank up Mr. Beast just because He's the only monster I have, so I'm using him for the rank up survival dungeon. When the Tails monster comes out, though, I think I'm definitely going to be focusing on her. So it'll be Nadaida, the Tails monster. I think her name is like Amira or something. I'm going to focus on those three. And then I'm pretty sure SP is going to just release a really good exclusive bounty hunt monster. And maybe a really good free-to-play bounty hunt monster. But so far, I don't care for the Maze monster either. I don't care for Strollum, the quest monster. So it's been a very slow start to the Blossom era. Not to mention, even the talents for Season 1. There's nothing too crazy about them. Yeah, there's nothing crazy. I just unlocked the Queen Zahra's talent. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. We can, whether I have it or not have it, not a big deal. I'm not even going to, I don't think I'm going to use the hair much. The one where if your HP is below 25%, you get an extra turn. Because that condition to trigger, it's pretty rare, I would say. Like, maybe you can pull it off if you're using Uriel, and Uriel, instead of bringing the, like, that heals with 50% life, you bring the heals with resurrects with 1% life. Maybe in that situation you can utilize it. I don't know, it's a tough sell. I'm pretty sure there's going to be better Blossom talents that get released. Like, probably one of the better ones now is the Stamina talent. If your monster, or I don't know if it's any ally, or if your monster that's wearing it is below 50%, or has no stamina, whatever it is, below 50% stamina, they recover stamina at the start of the battle. That's pretty good, because even if you don't have like the Slumpster's Traps or the Mask that recover stamina, you can utilize that. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, pay the toll. What toll? This isn't even your territory. Your home is on the other side of the mountains. Our home is wherever we say our home is. The toll price is everything valuable you have on you. Now pay up. Hold on a sec. I recognize you. You were in the forest before. I'm from the mountains. You may be from the mountains, but you were definitely in the forest when we were kicked out. So guess what? You're not paying the toll because you're not going back home. Ooh, that's a good line. He basically said he's gonna kill him. That is a good line. Alright. So, attack, Ricky attack, Omega Draconis. Cool name, cool name. Alright, let's spin this roulette wheel. Let's see what we get. And it is 5 gems. Always, always, always spin the roulette. Great rewards, everyone. Great rewards. Plethodon is coming up next. Alright. Go, bag of rocks. Run up the mountains. Who cares? That's it. Oh my gosh. No one cares about you or those miners. That was a cutscene just for Darmid to get the last word in. Oh, that is great. Alright, Ricky's Assault. Revival on a Plethodon. Curse Stones. I wonder what other monsters I have that are available. Alright, spin that roulette. What are you giving us? It looks like silver relic chests. I will take it. Alright, and again, there's literally no cutscenes for this monster. It's just a playthrough of non-stop notes. Alright, that's fine. So I give you guys my opinion on the Blossom era, what I think about it. And you know what? Overall, I actually think it's not a bad thing that SP is not releasing a new era that's super mega strong powerful. Like, yeah, the stats are a little better, but they're not too crazy to where we can't use the old era monsters. And I mentioned this when we found out about a new era. I think it'll probably be like 2.5 or 3 seasons in before we start using the Blossom era monsters. And even then SP is going to release a new season, right? So, what is it right now? It's March. We have April, May, June. So, funny enough, SP's birthday event lands on June. It makes me wonder if they're going to release a new era on June. Because that would be all of March, all of April, all of May. No, I guess. Well, yeah, it could be like the start of June. I don't know. It makes me wonder, like, are they going to do something special for the birthday event? I imagine they would. I feel like there's going to be offers to purchase old top-tier monsters. Maybe there'll be breeding events to get old top-tier monsters. Who knows? But yeah, it really makes me wonder what SP is going to be doing. How often they're going to be releasing new sagas. Because it looks like they can finish them pretty early, right? But they can also extend them as long as possible. They just need new threats. Or they need to introduce new monsters. Because I think what SP has been doing a lot with the ML lore is making the old monsters something happens, right? So if they introduce a brand new monster with a brand new group of monsters, then that's how I can see a new era, or an era lasting longer. I don't know, we'll see. Ricky's Assault. I feel there's also so many unfinished storylines, so maybe that's going to play a part. For example, like whatever happened with UV and Voltic. Like, last we heard, Voltic was evil. I don't think there was any ever reconciliation of like, oh yeah, I'm going to turn good again or anything like that. So that's still to be determined. So yeah, we will have to see. Alright. So, I wonder if we're going to get any info on the main threat here. I think everyone's already saying it's Nishant based on, I'm assuming, leaks. But let's see if there's anything in the official lore. Look at that, 3 gems. I gotta, oh man. The Saga, if anything, was good just for all the amazing rewards you get. So many relics, so many gems. Yeah, it just takes a while, but it's awesome. Ricky's Assault. And then Ricky Attack. I love the name, Omega Draconis. That's awesome. Alright, let's spin this roulette wheel. Let's see what we get. It is 30k food. Awesome. Alright. Oh, we're almost there. Ooh, a War Master. Alright. Can I take on a War Master? Kai the Sunmelter. Are we going to get another iteration of Kai? Are we going to get a new Kai? Alright. It'd be like Kai the Forest Destroyer or something like that. Especially in the Blossom era. And he probably would be like a Forest Destroyer. He'd have the elemental advantage. He'd be super strong against them. Would apply Ignite and Burning. Maybe give him a Hellfire. I don't know. Speaking of the dots, when are we going to get monsters with the new dots? Like, whatever happened to Toxins? We got one monster that had Toxins. We're in a Blossom era. I would imagine we would see Toxins more often. I don't know. To be determined as well. Alright, 5 gems. Nice. Okay, so let's see how this plays out. Let's see what happens here. Welcome home, old friend. You've changed. A little. It's a good thing that I've changed, though. Otherwise, I would have never made it here. First, I was attacked by barbarians, and after that, I've had to fight the monsters of the fiery pits. They've never been this savage. That may have something to do with you, I'm afraid. With me? With you and with everyone involved in a certain ritual. How do you know about the ritual? News fly. News fly. Isn't it news flies? I don't know. Master Goldfield informed War Master Charizard as soon as he got to the Magic Council, and Charizard sent me a letter. After that, they started noticing alterations in the synergies between elements. Interactions have become more dangerous. Is that why there's a 2.5 times elemental boost? Oh no. Archdruid. So you arrive here and coincidentally at the same time, a tomb's armor disappears. I have no idea what you're talking about, Warthog. Don't lie to me. You know the importance of a tomb's armor. It sustains the mountain. I never thought that you and this fallen War Master would go this far to sabotage me as a leader. You're trying to tear down the mountain and pin it on me. Give me the armor back right now. That was cool. Alright, let's auto and let's fight Ricky's Assault. Alright, Cursed Stones. When are we going to get the generals? More of the generals. Or is this like Thetis? We need a sea lord, right? The new saga maybe will have to do with water. We need War Master Thalassa. We need General Thetis. That's what we need. Alright. Let's see how this plays out. Do we get any info on the new foe? Let's all calm down. Warthog, has the tomb's armor really disappeared? Yes, he took it. I haven't taken anything, but if it's really disappeared, it may be the work of the same monster who kidnapped Narada in the forest. Narada was kidnapped? Only briefly, because Zahra was there to rescue her, but she never got to see her kidnapper. All of this can be related. And as Gartek informed me when I arrived, the synergy between elements are changing and becoming stronger than before. With internal conflict and without Tomb's armor, we'll last a week. We'll disappear forever as a faction. We can't afford to fight another war. What are rocks good for if they don't make a strong wall? It's time to come together. Teamwork! All of us. You're exactly right. Come on, Warthog. This is not about you and me anymore. We need to leave our history behind. So, what do you suggest? That I hand everything I've worked for during this time to you? I have no desire of ruling over you or humiliating you. Even after Lord Nabotis' disappearance, I haven't made any attempts of taking over your role. You knew that you needed to respect the miners in order to lead them this time around, and you did. Ever since Lord Nabotis went away, you've worked instead of torturing them, so I've had no reason to attack you. So why don't you just officially proclaim me a leader of miners and rocks? Don't be offended, but you're not strong enough at the moment. He's offended. What? But neither am I. Then who? Archdruid? The epic monster? He's been away for years. Miners won't look up to him. No, not me. But I have an idea who could lead us in times of war like this. It should be a council. It should be all three of them. Who's he going to? General Tomb. I don't know. We'll see. We will find out in the next episode of Monster Legends. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this chapter 2 of the Era Saga. Do you guys have any info? I feel like we didn't really get much info other than the armor was stolen. And then yeah, if you finish this, you will get this, which when a monster dies, any monster including the enemy, you restore cooldowns, and when any monster dies, you give stamina. Again, the Blossom Era talents haven't been anything too crazy. But with that being said guys, that is going to be it for this video. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Thank you very much, and remember to subscribe.